100 metres.
Which is a tremendous bonus for you viewers at home. The programme running slightly late here, so we get this one live, and it is a big one indeed. Just look at this lineup. The feature man, Leroy Burrell, America, have beaten only once this year, the fastest man in the world for the past 2 seasons. Raymond Stewart goes for Jamaica in lane 1. Witherspoon, America in 2. Sangouma of France in 3. Burrell, the world's fastest man at the moment, in lane 4. The European champion, the Commonwealth champion, Linford Christie, Thames Valley Harriers in Great Britain in lane 5. In lane 6, the world 200-metre champion, twice, Calvin Smith. Then Chidi Imo running right into form for Nigeria in lane number 7. And Mike Marsh, United States, nearest the camera, in lane 8. As Burrell right on the edge of the picture, Sangouma in the all-black, the tall figure of Mark Witherspoon, who goes in lane number 2. Just looking up there, I'm looking to see if lane 1 is occupied, but it is. Raymond Stewart of Jamaica. First in Madrid, second in Bratislava. Silver in the 87 World Championship, just out of shot at the moment. There's Leroy Burrell. The man who beat Carl Lewis in the Goodwill Games. He's beaten everyone this season. The only defeat was by Adenikin of Nigeria in Malmo, a man he's beaten several times. Linford Christie drawn right alongside him at the start, so important. There's Calvin Smith, the former world record holder at this distance. Next to him, Chidi Imo, the Nigerian coming smack into form. Nearest the camera, Mike Marsh. The 100 metres. And in fact, Linford Christie was the man who put his hand up there and decided he wasn't ready to go.
I think he had a problem with his blocks, David. He wasn't satisfied. The moment he put some weight on it, the back block seemed to shift, and he has every right to tell the starter that he's not perfectly formed. Watch this. You'll see that's Imo you're seeing in lane 2, Marsh this side in the red, Calvin Smith. But Linford Christie, as soon as he put the weight on that, he knew he was off balance, told the starter so.
Of course, that's a faulty start, not a false start, so he doesn't get a point against him for that. And the start is so important, and very, very important in Linford's case. He's improved his starting, but it's not been as good, I don't think, this year as it has been in the last 2 years. But the important thing for him is to get it right for the European in 10 days' time, and this is a very, very big test. Calvin Smith next door. There's Chidi Imo. Nearest the camera, Mike Marsh. The lineup again. Raymond Stewart, Jamaica, lane 1. Witherspoon, America, lane 2. Sangouma of France in lane 3. There's the favourite, Leroy Burrell, the world number 1 from America in 4. Christie in 5. Calvin Smith in 6. Chidi Imo in 7. Mike Marsh in lane 8. The 100 metres final. Lane 3 looked to me to be the one, Sangouma. He seemed to be very quickly away there, the crowd whistling, but I've no doubt at all the starter was right to recall, and I've no doubt in my mind it was Sangouma.
I think he was thinking about the kilogram of gold that goes to any world record tonight from Switzerland. It was certainly Sangouma that broke, and he broke clear. And he might have broken the world record if they'd let him get away with that.
Actually, it's interesting. Sangouma, in fact, is ranked number 3 in the world at 10.02. Number 1 is Burrell, then number 2 is Christie, with his time of 10.02 in the Commonwealth Games. His winning time in the final was wind assisted. But they did say Sangouma got a flyer when he did 10.02. Most of the experts reckon that he was lucky to get away with it. Anyway, didn't get away with that one, so one more false start from him. He's out. Burrell there trying to relax alongside Christie. Christie, as usual, impassive. So for the 3rd time, one faulty start, one false start, they settle down for the 100 metres. This time they go. Burrell not too well away. Christie was quite well away, and also going well as Imo and Calvin Smith. And storming through now is Burrell. Burrell comes right through. Christie probably gets second. And a photograph for third between Imo and Witherspoon. Very, very close indeed for the places. Imo may well have got the third place, but Christie is coming back. The time 10.13. There's a headwind of nearly a metre a second against. But that was a good start by Christie. And Christie's coming to form at the time that matters. Look at him there. He was quickly off the blocks. Burrell alongside him loses, about half a yard in the first 30 metres, but comes back in brilliant form. He's unbeatable at the moment. These sprinters supreme. Christie, though, hangs in there, and having been caught, doesn't lose his form and starts to come back. Burrell driving for the line. Christie in second place. Imo coming through very fast indeed, and Witherspoon on the far side. Witherspoon. That's very close for second place, but my original impression was that Christie had got it. And that camera isn't quite on the line, that finish camera. But it is very, very close indeed. And whether he's second or third on the photograph, the message to the rest of the Europeans is that Christie's back. Burrell was not disconcerted by that rather sloppy start by his standards. And look how he keeps his form and drives. He's perfectly balanced. He's a powerhouse, but he moves so beautifully as well. Sanguma, one of Christie's main rivals in the European, is really struggling there in the background.
I think the important thing is that Burrell, well, he kept his nerve, he kept his cool, and he kept going, but he was pushed to that fast time by Linford Christie, and Linford Christie got ahead of Sanguma, the only other European in it. And it is a photograph. Chidi Imo from Nigeria, who's had one good win over Linford Christie this season, did finish very fast, but I thought that that was a good piece of running from Linford Christie to come back so strongly.
And it is. In fact, we've now got the unofficial flash. He did get second, as we thought in the first place. Burrell 10.13, Christie 10.20 into that headwind. Interesting to see them side by side there. And the fact is that as the season goes on, Christie is getting closer and closer to Burrell.
Well, much more.
I think Linford would be happy to get that one behind him because he really didn't have his mind on it. The Americans come here to clean up, to win, to show off, because this is one of the few European meetings that goes live on TV in America. Yeah. So obviously they like this, their parents and fans back home to see them, and it's their night really. And the Europeans, and Linford Christie in particular, had his mind on something else. And I don't think he ever thought he could beat Burrell, because he's clearly the fastest in the world. Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, we mentioned all the British